You know the deal, bro. I get straight into it. It's okay to be regretful, but it's more important to be remorseful. Two words that should be in everybody's vocabulary, and that is regret and remorse. When you understand it's okay to be wrong and it's okay to mess up, you realize these two words are one of the most important words you'll ever learn in your life, especially when it comes to maintaining relationships. If you don't understand the difference between the two, I'll explain it like this. Regret centers on the self and the negative consequences an action caused you, such as a tarnished reputation or a lost opportunity. But remorse centers on others, involving some type of guilt and personal responsibility for the pain you caused someone else. Being regretful and being remorseful are in the same category, but they hold a different value. They hold different weight. Regret, like I said, centers on the negative consequences that your actions caused, good or bad. You can lie and cheat on the spouse and feel regretful because you got caught and it led to you being broken up with or divorced. Yet you may not be remorseful because you're not sorry you hurt that person. You're just sorry you got caught. If you didn't understand it that way, let me try it a different way. Remorse goes beyond feeling bad about an outcome. It involves recognizing the harm caused to others and taking responsibility for it. Regret is feeling sorry that something happened or that a decision led to a negative result. The focus is often on the consequences for yourself. For example, someone might regret cheating on a test because they got caught and received a failing grade. They got an F. Remorse includes regret, but it also involves empathy, accountability, and a genuine desire to make things right. Using the same example, a student who feels remorse will recognize that cheating was dishonest, understand how it undermined fairness, and be motivated to change their behavior, to actually study, to actually learn, to be prepared for the actual test, the next test. A remorseful person is willing to try and do better. Now, this means what? This means remorse is more meaningful because it can lead to, 1, personal growth. Acknowledging wrongdoings helps people learn from their own mistakes. 2, restoring trust. Others are more likely to forgive someone who accepts responsibility and tries to make amends. Someone who takes accountability for their actions. 3, positive behavior change. Remorse often motivates actions to correct or prevent future harm, especially a person who actually learned a valuable lesson and used what they learned to apply it to their life and become a better person, to become a more genuine person. This is an example of using wisdom after hurting yourself or someone else. You gained the knowledge and you applied it to your life. That's wisdom. So don't mix the two. A person who is regretful and a person who is remorseful, just to make it clear, that doesn't mean the two are mutually exclusive, but you should be able to recognize the difference, especially when building relationships with others, accepting others, looking to make friends, learning about others. So for those of you out there who mess up and say things like, oh, I don't know, I'm not regretful, or I stand on that, or it is what it is, you need to sit back and reflect on the type of person you're showcasing yourself as, the type of characteristics you have as an individual. Drop the pride and acknowledge your wrongdoing. No remorse means you're not sorry. Your apology means absolutely nothing. In fact, your apology is sitting there right next to the word worthless. It means nothing. When Judas, who had betrayed him, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was seized with remorse and returned the 30 pieces of silver. Matthew 27:3. Judas felt remorseful. He had hurt his trust with Jesus, everything that he knew, the things that he learned, their relationship. He heard it. He felt remorseful and he said, yo, take this money back. That's a remorseful person right there. You're going to mess up. You're going to hurt somebody's feelings. You're going to do something wrong, whether you're a grandparent, a parent, a child, you know, a friend, a brother, a sister, a cousin. You're going to mess up. That's a part of life. Now, it's not about the messing up. It's about what you do after you mess up. Are you remorseful? Do you go to apologize? Or do you go to make amends? Do you try to get them to understand that you could have went about it a different way, whatever it may be, you know? Regret is one thing. You may regret going to the mall because that junk got shot up. You wish you was never there. You wish you wouldn't have got put in that dangerous situation. You wish you would never went. Negative consequences. Feel me? Maybe you feel remorseful. You went to the mall, you actually was the one shooting, and you actually hit somebody you wasn't trying to hit. And you feel remorseful for that. You didn't mean to take a bystander's life. Now, at the end of the day, because you're remorseful, that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your actions. Let that be understood. Because you're remorseful, because you are looking to seek forgiveness from one, even if they forgive you, that doesn't mean that things will go back to being the same. That doesn't mean that everything will go back to how things used to be. If you cheat on your woman or you cheat on your man, they can forgive you, love you, and still leave you because you did something wrong. No matter how regretful and remorseful you are, when you do things that are wrong, that have negative consequences, you have to also be able to accept whatever happens at the end of the day. Even when you're remorseful, you got to be able to accept the consequences of your action. This refers to a video that is made. It may be posted, it may not, but it's called Do What You're Supposed to Do. Do what you're supposed to do. If you are feeling remorseful, you need to apologize. Now, whether they accept your apology or not, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad it is, you know? What matters is you do what you're supposed to do. Empty your conscience. And this is why you need God. You got to be able to forgive. You got to be able to move on. You got to be able to ask for forgiveness. So, be remorseful. Be remorseful. Man, I'm feeling good right now. Gotta start streaming, man. I want to talk to y'all, man. The little 5-10 views I'm getting, shoot. Shout out to y'all. 15, 20. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate everyone who watched the video, liked the video, comment. You know, my dog, Chaka Chaka, he commented on one of my last videos. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love and support. Family, friends, randoms. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's FRN King. Go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Check me out. Repost my vids. Support my stuff. You know, eventually I'll be live streaming. Right now we focus on building this YouTube channel. And go subscribe to the trading channel. I'm about to get active on there too. It's probably not going to be once, twice a week. It's going to be as often as it can be. I'll say that. So go subscribe. Go show some love. Show some support. It's FRN King. I will see you guys when I see you guys. If I see you guys. All right.